Different kind of video today. I'm on my way home right now from the gym, and I wanted to post a psychology video for you guys. Talk about how I was able to overcome negative thoughts. And I want to talk about how negative thoughts are never going to help you out, and you should always have positive thoughts. And you should always surround yourself with people that push you forward, not people that will put you down. Never. Distance yourself from people like that, okay? When I was growing up, so I used to be very negative, right? Negative in a way where I used to think that, getting rich, achieving my goals, I used to see all of these other people that had what I wanted for my life. And all these people, I used to think that they got to that level, not because they worked hard, not because they were positive and confident within themselves, but I used to think that they were just lucky. And I wasn't lucky. That wasn't meant to be my thing. That's how I used to think. I used to have negative thoughts. I used to think that I wasn't good enough. And this happened to my teenage years. I'm still a teenager. I'm only 19, but I'm saying maybe 14, 15 years old. I used to think that, none of that stuff would work out for me because I'm just not meant for that, right? Even when I was before trading, when I was drop shipping, I used to think that I couldn't make any money online because it wasn't something for me. I also, maybe a few people that I used to be very close to back in the day would also put me down. They used to tell me that, this wasn't gonna work out. Even nowadays, I have people that sometimes they'll trash talk my content or tell me I'm not good enough as a trader. Nowadays that shit still happens. But the difference nowadays, I'm so confident within myself that I'm able to, listen to those things and fully ignore it. If it's kind of like my brain turned on the switch where I really don't care. As long as I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing over and over and over and over, I'm adapting to, not just the environment that I'm in, but also a trading environment, and I know it's gonna work out, right? And you gotta be positive. If you really want to achieve your goals, you gotta believe you already have it. Your conscious mind doesn't understand the difference between you having it and not having it. Your subconscious mind is different than your conscious mind. I'm pretty sure that's called law of attraction, right? You have to make your brain think that you already have what you don't have yet. And that stuff will come to you eventually, right? So my message is pretty much do not let negative thoughts get to you. Don't let them control your actions. Don't let them, make you change who you are. Because at the end of the day, you are who you think you are, right? You're going to become that person, but you got to act like you already is that human that you want to be. That high leverage person that you want to be in life, right? You got to think like you already have the stuff. You got to think you already are that person. And I promise you, none of that stuff is gonna work if you keep hanging around people that are so negative. They don't cheer for you. Now I'm 19. I'm always careful with who I surround myself with, who I'm wasting my energy, wasting my time with, because at the end of the day, yes, surrounding yourself with people that aren't happy for you, people that don't celebrate your wins as if it was their wins, will not get you where you want to be in life. And I'm so sorry if you didn't want to hear that, but those people aren't really your friends at the end of the day. They might be nice to you, but if you want to reach higher levels in life, you can't be hanging around these people. And if you are a person, talking from your own perspective now, if you are a person that's negative, you don't even believe in yourself, maybe you should, learn a little bit more about yourself, journal a little bit, because you should believe in yourself all the time. You shouldn't have any doubts about who you are, and, just doubt yourself, because at the end of the day, you're not going to achieve any of your goals if you don't even believe in yourself, right? And this kind of connects to trading because, trading is so much not just like charts, but also your psychology and how you think outside of the charts. You know, how do you expect yourself to be a good trader, be a full-time day trader, when you can't even, you know, believe in yourself and believe in your system, right? You got to believe in yourself. Have trust in yourself. Be confident every day. When you wake up, you know, tell yourself, I'm this person. I'm profitable. I'm a winner. You know, and I promise you, all of these things will come to you, right? Like I always tell you guys, detach yourself from the outcome and fall in love with the journey and your inputs on the daily, right? You got to believe yourself every day. Tell yourself you are that person that you want to be in life, right? Quick message for you guys. I hope, you know, you guys can learn something from this. I usually don't post videos like this. I know it feels a little bit weird, but you do have to believe yourself and always trust yourself. You know, be careful who you surround yourself with, because at the end of the day, bro, people will distract you, and they will always there's always someone that is not gonna want to see your success at the end of the day. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope this message, you know, is relatable to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a trade recap or whatever I decide to post.